Hey, my name's James Nicholson. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Now, this video, we're going to talk about the do's and don'ts of buy-to-let mortgages. What should you do prior? How can you get that deal over the line that little bit faster? So this channel as well is all about my investment journey. I'm currently building my portfolio to make it bigger. I'm also building a portfolio for my two girls. I've got two daughters, Georgia, who's 21. We've just secured our second deal. You can see all of that on this channel. So go and check that out while you're here. And my little baby, Amelie, who's just one. So you can join us on that journey. We'd love to invite you by taking that finger of power, spinning it round, smashing that subscribe button. Do it now, guys. Smash the subscribe button, hit the bell notification, and get all that content as and when it comes out. Now, do's and don'ts of buy-to-let mortgages and how do you get yourself prepared for a mortgage. Now, it's very important that you do this because we have just been refinancing all of our portfolio, and that's a number of properties, and it's a lot of work, right? There's a lot of things that you need to have ready to go. And what I find, however good your broker is, however good the mortgage company is, they invariably ask you for stuff again and again and again, right? So easy stuff that you can get ready is like your ID, your passport. Make sure that it's in date. So if you haven't got a passport in date, you've got to sort that stuff out, or a driving license that's in date, right? Then you need some bills and utility bills to make sure that you've got those, because not all of us have those anymore. In fact, I actually, my partner pays most of our bills. I only pay for the broadband and the Sky. I normally send money across. So I only had one utility bill that I could use, and that was a consideration, right? So that's make sure that you got all your ID and all of that stuff sorted. Now, one thing that I would also do is check your credit score before you even apply. Because if there's any problems with your credit score, you want to fix them, because you can fix them quite quickly before you even apply. Now, there's a good website that I didn't know about until my latest remortgage. You might have heard of it. It's called Check My File, right? Now, what they do.com, right? Checkmyfile.com. What that does is it checks Experian, it checks all of the agencies like all at once for you, and sees what your credit score is with multiple places. Rather than having to get an account with all of them, you just go to Check My File, and I found that really, really useful, and it actually showed up stuff that didn't show up on some of my Experian reports, which was really, really useful, right? So that's one thing that I would do. I would check that ahead. Next is make sure that you pick a rate really, really quickly, and then get the application done. And so when applying, just giving your broker the information doesn't mean the actual application is done. You need to follow up with the broker and just check that they've actually filed it with the lender that you want and everything has been sent across, right? That's very, very important. It seems like an obvious one, but make sure it's totally filed and you get the application details straight away. Now, after that, what I'm finding at the moment in the market right now is you must follow up repeatedly with the lender, right? It's very important to chase. It's very important to chase two people. The lender, so you get all of that information that they need from you. So as soon as they request something from you, I reply the same day, right? It's very, very, very important, because these things can get really slowed down. And what I've found in the recent times is when you give something back to them, big lenders like the Mortgage Works, Virgin, Landbay, those lenders are taking 2 weeks before they even look at it, right? So I had one of my lenders last week said, we need another copy of your bank statement. I'm like, I've already sent this to you 4 times. Then I had to send it again. Nothing I could do. They were like, you got to send it again. We haven't got it, right? So I sent a copy of it, and then they will say that it takes 14 days for them to check it. Well, it does if you let that be the case. If you keep calling them and putting pressure on them, they will fast track it, right? So that's very important, to push the lender, get the momentum going. If you get stuck and things aren't progressing as quickly as you'd like, get onto your broker and get them to also chase that lender for you. Next is your solicitor. right? So your solicitor is the person that ultimately will request the money once it's all approved and send it across to you. Now, solicitors will send you little bits just to keep you busy. So if you call them up, they'll say, hey, here's something you could do. That isn't the smartest way to work. What you want to say to the solicitor is, give me everything that you're going to need now. Give me everything that you envision that you're going to need to get this deal completed today, and I will go out and get that for you, even if you don't use some of it, right? And then you can go and chase, because otherwise, same with solicitors, you'll send some stuff across and then they'll send you a query. And then that query ticks a little box for them. They've had some activity on your account. You have to keep following up and pushing this along the line, because if you don't do this, you could potentially lose deals. My latest deal is in Dorking in Surrey. I bought a property in a block where I already own one of those properties. The buyer was really frustrated with the speed, and I was the one that was pushing the deal along. It took 14 weeks, even with the pushing. If I didn't do that, trust me, it would have taken 6 months to do that deal. I had a lot of bad experiences in that deal, and I had to keep pushing. I had to push the solicitor every single day. I had to push the lender every single day. Anything that was missing, I made sure they got that back to them straight away. Then I would also liaise with the seller's estate agent and make sure that they are aware of everything that happened, because the estate agent is on your side. Deals fall apart all the time, and the reason they fall apart is because people are not pushing through to completion. It's very, very important that you manage the deal. Don't think that someone should be giving you a good service. It doesn't matter. It's irrelevant. They're not going to give you a good service. All they're worried about is pushing the paper around and getting paid. It's your problem if you don't get that money through quickly. It's your deal that's going to be lost. And if you lose that deal when it's going through the buy-to-let process, all of the fees that you paid, you don't get back. You lose that. That could be thousands and thousands and thousands of pounds that you lose. And so because of that, I am on it like a bulldog. I will constantly be chasing. Unfortunately, you can't outsource much of this because you must be passing all the security checks and stuff like that. I've wished that you could. It hasn't really worked for me. They've always wanted to speak to me. And you know what? It's actually me that's probably best to deal with them. So that's it. That's some tips on do's and don'ts on buy-to-let mortgages. Do keep pushing them. Do get everything organised. Do check your credit file. By doing that, you're going to be getting that deal over the line and completing. I hope you found this useful. Any questions? Any comments? Post them below, guys. And do smash the like button. That really helps me with YouTube. Anytime you see my videos, smash the like button over there, guys. Do check out the latest videos on my channel. I've just bought a property with Georgia. I'm going to post that video right here. Go and check it out right now. Thanks for watching.